people, big up. Make sure you smash the... No, don't big up. You do it. My mic's on.
Yes, people. What? Cass, you're back now. You can.
Yeah, I'm back now. Sorry, my mic was off.
Cass, you know you're wearing one of them prison shirts, man. It looks like you would come for a visiting.
Bro, he looks like Big Boss Man.
Oh yeah, I do. I look like something from Porridge. Remember Porridge?
He's just got his VO through, and they're like, right, come on,
big Boss Man.
Yeah,
Big Boss Man.
Yeah. People are late, so expect to arrive. Well, people are going to arrive within the next 10 minutes, I suppose. Monts, Jay, and Hooks. So that there's going to be some interesting chat. Arsenal versus Spurs, the injury derby commences very soon. Joe looks like he might be getting relegated again. And then I saw an interesting article earlier saying that from German media saying that Salah is holding Wirtz back.
Wow. See,
the Premier League returns.
Monts might agree with that because Monts earlier in the season was kind of throwing Salah under the bus to defend Wirtz. So, do you know what? I've said this the other day. I do actually think Wirtz has probably been one of Liverpool's best midfielders this season. But that doesn't mean that Wirtz has been great. It just means that their midfield's been shocking.
Yeah. Is it just me or does everyone like this international break has just felt so long?
Yeah, and I think
we're
also,
done now, though, aren't we? We're done now.
Yeah, bro, that's what I just said. The fact that we are done till March, and we now have a solid, as football fans and as content creators, we've got a solid 3 months, 4 months.
Yeah, and then you throw January in there as well with all the transfers. It's like this is peak time for us, man.
Yeah. Proper.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Astro, is he ready for Villa's box midfield on Sunday?
Listen, I'm not ready for any game of football right now, mate. So we'll see.
Where is it?
At our place. So
Villa was shit away from home. So
there you go.
It's just at home against Villa. Villa quality at home, but shit away from home.
But Leeds are just shit in general at the moment.
Look at Casman. Man United have won a few games, and he's out here swinging. Boom, 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 boom. We'll see.
When was the last time you won a few games?
Last season, mate. Last season, bro.
What do you make of your chances of like survival this year? Because you actually got very good players.
Do you know what it is, Cass? I was very confident, and then as the season's developed, 11 games in, I'm looking at it and saying, realistically, who's going to go down in our place? So Wolves are down, Burnley are down for me. There's one more spot. West Ham are not going to be that team. Forest aren't going to be that team. You don't think
he'll be West Ham?
Nah, man, they've scored 6 goals in 2 games, man, and they hadn't won at home for over a year, and then they've won 2 home games back to back. So Nuno's got them doing bits.
And you don't think it could be? I guess now Forest under Dyche.
It's us and Fulham. Us and Fulham is the one, but Fulham they play Sunderland. If they get a result, who knows? So at the minute it's us and Fulham, but yeah, I don't know, man. This Premier League's It's tough, innit? We need to get to January in a decent position and spend money, mate, because we didn't do enough. That's where we're at, man. We didn't do enough.
Everyone needs to spend.
Like I said, you know what you've got to do?
Bring back Calv.
It's all you have to do. Just go for Calvin Phillips.
The thing is, he'd sit on our bench, mate, so he might as well sit on your bench and get paid. You know what I mean? So, and I love him, but he won't get in right now.
Yeah, that's true. But Premier League returns.
Did you hear? Sorry, did you hear the last press conference? It was before the Swansea game, and they go to Pep was talking about how much of a nice guy he was and how much he's loved in the dressing room and on the training pitch. He's fully fit. He's training hard, and they go, so is there a chance he might feature against Swansea? And Pep goes, no. It's just like, for fuck's sake, this guy can't catch a break.
Yeah. What's the first game? What is the first game? I thought it was Liverpool Forest, but it isn't.
Who is it? 12:30.
I don't know.
Is it not Sunderland? No, Burnley, Chelsea. Burnley and Chelsea. Yeah.
Oh, that's awful. I mean, it's not great, but it is quite. I mean, I expect goals in that game. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you spoke about Chelsea quite heavily this week in the last 3 shows.
But there we go. Chelsea win that game, they go above City.
Yeah. You know what the maddest thing is there's a lot of Chelsea fans that agree with about the standards and all this kind of stuff and blah, 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 blah. But like, they've got Cole Palmer back. They've got a few other bodies in and around and stuff. It's just, I think it's just, Monts, you say all the time, obviously Chelsea, they sometimes like avoid the topic of discussion in terms of expectations. You know what I mean?
Not all of them, just like the specific ones, not all of them. But
Hold
yeah.
on. So yesterday I was at a podcast shoot, right? And person I was filming it with said, like, I see online, I see there's Liverpool fans with chests, I see there's City fans with chests, I see there's Arsenal fans with chests. He said, who are the Chelsea fans and do they have chest? And I guess, I mean, Joey and Jimmy, I think
Lewis is like the most one that comes to mind.
what? Nah,
He sits with a belt on every stream.
Yeah, but that's once they've done it. No,
Trust.
No, but if you ask him, are you going to win the league? Or are you, maybe, yeah, he would say he's in a title race. So yeah, I'd probably agree with you with
Lewis is on that. Lewis is on that.
Lewis is on that, yeah. But I just think they beat Burnley. They go above us. They go second.
Yeah, but like you still have to play your game. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but Newcastle away is not a game that I'm guaranteeing 3 points in.
Exactly, no, 100%.
So if I'm Chelsea, I am kind of.
Chelsea got a nice good game. I think they just got to be careful not to just do the draw thing, innit? Just to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What are you saying though, Monts? I see there's an article earlier from German media saying that Salah is holding Wirtz back.
What?
And yeah, a lot of them are trying to push blame onto why Wirtz isn't performing. Basically everything bar slot, but they're trying to say that slot's holding back. I'm thinking, how does that make sense?
German.
Dunn told people aren't holding this baddie. They're not just holding this baddie accountable, bro. It is what it is. I just think people just want something to talk about, like Salah holding Wirtz back, and because it's just stupid, man. Everyone's holding everyone back, especially the manager. As I said, like he's holding the wingers look crap. Everyone looks crap. So who's holding who back? It has to be the manager. I don't know what. Yeah, the media just it's just a bit weird to me, innit? Like, it's all right to hold the manager accountable. You ain't got to call him a baddie like I have, but just, you know, he's the one who's got us playing bagel ball, open for business, # nothing in the middle, you know, and all of a sudden it's, Wirtz is being held back by Salah. Well, Wirtz costs 116 fucking million. You're the same German media that gassed him up, same media that gassed him up, and now trying to do all of that. So it don't really make no sense. Hold Wirtz accountable. Not to say he's been complete dog shit. Yes, are there times where Salah should have passed to him? So we should have scored? Yeah, of course. There's 2 or 3 occasions where he probably would have had 3 tap-ins. You know what I'm saying? But those tap-ins probably would have come at times where we were already winning games, not to change the game. How about the time where Wirtz missed against Crystal Palace? 60th minute. Yeah. Where then it could have been 1-1 with half an hour to go. Different game. You know what I'm saying? How about that time? You know? Like there's other. Come on now, let's not.
Yeah, and people keep making sure you smash the like button as well. We've got Just Joe Football Show on the panel on our Thursdays when he can make it. To be fair, and we've also got Big Six Monts. Do you know what I'm saying? So and other people are going to. Hooks and Jay will be here in a few minutes. Then we can talk about Derby stuff a little bit later on in the show. But how do you even get the best out of Wirtz in mind, Joe? In your mind, like every time I watch him, you can tell there's definitely a player. International break comes around, you probably see highlights of what he does. That I can't lie. The assist he just had previously was
both of them were pretty good.
Oh yeah, they were pretty good ones. But why is that not applied in the Premier League?
Yes,
what is it?
Do you know what? I know people won't like me saying this, right? Because easy now with hindsight, you look back and you'll probably think I'm crazy, right? But I remember a certain Kai Havertz coming from Leverkusen to Chelsea with all this fanfare and oh my God, this guy.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
This guy's going to be a future Ballon d'Or winner, etc., etc. And we know how that turned out. I don't know. The Premier League's it's a different animal. We're seeing Wirtz. I mean, Monts will be able to tell me. We're seeing Wirtz perform in Europe to a certain level.
Yeah, he does perform a lot better in Europe, to be fair.
Yeah, he played well against Madrid, right? He can't, but then can't translate.
That can be a thing with players, though.
Yeah, like, exactly. Can he translate it to the Premier League? Not too sure. How you get the best out of
Madrid, to be fair. Both Madrid do really well, but both Madrid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And obviously we'll do okay on international duty. Maybe it's a pressure thing. I'm not too sure. Look, for weeks, everyone was saying, listen, we know Wirtz is a baller. He just needs that first goal. He needs that first, there you go. His first assist came against Frankfurt, says Luke. So all the bits he's been doing in Europe. So I don't know how you get the best out of him, mate, unfortunately. But the Premier League's a different animal, isn't it? The Premier League's a different beast. So
I think the way you get the best out of him is stop playing McAllister.
You reckon? What do you think?
Stop
They occupy the same space too much?
No, McAllister is the glue. He's the glue in the midfield, like the kind of the in between Szoboszlai and Gravenberch, and he's been asked pretty much 95% of the season that he's played. I'd say about 95%. He's been asked, and the 5% where he's been decent, it's just been decent, and it looks the people saying it was good because he's been shit. McAllister is the problem. McAllister is the problem. Wirtz isn't good enough, or isn't playing good enough. I'm saying not good enough. Wirtz hasn't been good enough. But in terms of making that midfield click, there's so much pressure on McAllister. He's always been the one to be that pin, as well as Gravenberch and Szoboszlai doing what they're doing. And I think they do sometimes occupy the same space. You look at the Man U, go watch the first half of the Man U game and look at McAllister's positioning. He's standing, bro. He's the furthest midfielder forward. And he's standing next to the striker. He's waiting for the ball. Not even moving left to right, waiting for the ball. Only to pop it backwards again. I promise you, go and watch the first half of the Man U game at Anfield. Go watch the first half and look at McAllister's positioning. So for me, in terms of getting the best out of Wirtz, you got to kind of find a way to either get McAllister playing again or don't play him at all. And maybe stop moving Wirtz from the left to the middle for the left to the middle. Maybe in the champs, you can play him on the left because you're going to get more time. And again, in Europe, you can probably get away with playing these. You can do the center attacking mid on the left in Europe. In the Prem, I think you either got to play him into form or don't play him at all. And I think playing him into form is probably the best way to do things because it's not like he's been absolute dog shit every minute of every game. Like, do you know what I mean? It's more based on the expectation, which is completely fair, by the way, of the price tag and the hype behind it. So him being average ain't gonna cut it. Him being decent ain't gonna cut it. You know what I'm saying? So I think the manager making Ekitike, Salah, Gakpo, Isak, and all these guys look simultaneously below par. It's not really going to help the player who's supposed to provide for all of them.
True.
You know?
But if there's ever a time though, I mean, Forest at home at Anfield. There's not a better time to go and open up your account, innit?
Of course. Go on.
I'm just saying, with all the confidence he's been getting up through international break and thinking like, okay, I'm around my comfortability, which is the German squad, and this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. You think Forest, who are in the relegation, they picked up a couple results, I suppose, but be going there thinking that like I can smack up whatever they've got to like Sangare, all of these lot midfielders, Yates, who they love. Like this is it. I think this is it. I'm not saying it's the.
You'd think this, man. You'd think this, innit? This is
you speaking with Cal. You not worried about this Forest game, aren't you?
No, it's you know what it is. It's not necessarily that we're gonna get punched up at home or nothing like that. My thing is that you know how Forest are gonna set up, and Sean Dyche has a permanent. He has like a permanent like rasp in his voice that I just feel like is gonna. He has that. Like Sean Dyche just has a permanent cold in it. You man, he has a permanent cold.
Oh,
yeah?
what?
He has a permanent. He's just gonna be. So he's just gonna be growling. He's just gonna be growling at all the players, all the Nottingham Forest players. He's gonna be growling at them.
You lot's head's gone.
Bro,
Monts,
tell me I'm capping.
Monts, you're worried right. So you've gone for big. You've gone for
go forward. Bro,
this is Anfield, big business. To now you're talking about you're worried about playing the team.
I would have said this. No. I said this. I would have said this last season on the thing because remember we lost the home team. Remember, I would have said this last season as well. Like even more winning. I'm telling you right now. You see the way when your manager speaks like Tyson Fury, yeah, you know them are gonna stand on that heart. They're gonna stand on that goal line. It's gonna be peak, bro. It's gonna be 0-0 at the 89th minute, bro. This is the thing that I've got to deal with. We don't even break down mid blocks. We don't even break down mid. The reason why we'll probably win the game is because we're at Anfield, not because we're good enough. Probably because we're at Anfield.
I mean,
This-
an individual quality wise.
Don't Forest have a? I mean, Wolfie. This is from Wolfie, but don't Forest have a great record against you guys as well?
They won once.
They haven't
Great.
played-
Oh, is
they
it?
haven't played-
They won
they haven't
once.
played
They won
each other.
once.
So is this a made-up stat from Wolfie?
No,
Yeah, is
they-
that what you're
they-
telling
They
me?
I
won
mean-
once.
No, it's not like. Hold on, you can't have like an amazing record. Forest haven't been about in the Premier League for that long, right? So it's not like, oh yeah, you play every year.
No, but still, if it stands the test of time. But if you're telling me that they've won once, then he's full of shit.
I don't know, innit? All I'm saying is, yeah, Dash Ball has been annoying since Turf Moor days. We was getting 97 points in that. It was jarring. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like, don't get me wrong, jokes aside, I do feel like we'll win the game, but I don't think it's going to change anything. You know? A win against Nottingham Forest at home, we're in a situation where if we lose, it's a mad thing. If we draw, it's a mad thing. And even if we beat them 3-0, you're going to go, well, Liverpool should be beating them 3-0. So I don't really look at this game as if it carves a bigger picture out for anything. You know what I'm saying? I just look at us and go, well, it's another low to mid block we're going to be playing. And, you know, I can't go into any games right now with our current record of 7 losses in 10 games and go, yeah, I'm going to win this one. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really see
Joe's nodding a lot because I think Joe knows how you feel.
Well, Leeds have got a better record than us in the last 5, no? Am I bugging? Let me double check.
We beat.
Who has a better record in the last 5 games?
I think we beat West Ham. That's it, man. Yeah, beat West Ham.
Oh no, we beat Villa. So I'm just trying to see and we've lost every other game. So if you so much have a draw in there, you're in better form than us.
No,
we've got the exact same form, identical form actually, identical. One win.
That's why Joe's nodding. Like I hear you.
Yeah, like this is it. Like, don't get me wrong, we are big bad Liverpool, but like someone's just slapped our kneecap right now, and we're just, hey, it's looking peak. I'll be real. Me and Joe are twinning. You know what I'm saying?
Jay, what's your view on Semenyo?
We'll see at the end of the season. We'll see at the end of the season whether my view on Semenyo is accurate. I like humble Monts, no barking.
Oh, we all like humble Monts. Fuck me.
Oh no! If we sign Semenyo in January, you will find me
nice.
barking. I'll be barking if we sign Semenyo.
Oh, so Monts, are you still Monts? Are you? Have you learned your lesson yet, or
my lesson of what? What's the lesson?
Just to maybe be a little bit more humble.
Well, also, do you want to know?
Do you really want me to answer that?
Okay, before you go, Monts.
No, I don't need to answer that.
I'm intrigued by
Keep stomping. It's fine. It's fine. You haven't learned your lesson yet. Keep stomping.
What I'm intrigued by, Monts, is like, it's funny because life comes at you fast. Because if I recall, when a lot of Liverpool fans were critiquing how City spent over the last 12, 18 months, you know, when they were getting Mamouche and when they were doing all their January transfers.
Who said Mamouche was bad? Mamouche was a wicked signing.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but you're buying on top of buying. So your solution,
because they were fourth.
Yeah, but I'm saying, are you saying that Liverpool's solution to all their problems at the moment is to go and buy more players?
No, did I not just? I said this yesterday. Then again, do you know what? We haven't been on shoot.
We haven't spoken on this. So
yeah, bro, I said to what Cass, what did I say to you about the Semenyo thing?
No, to me. You were saying like,
I said, bro, like you're throwing more money. I said, if Gakpo, Salah, and these man looking shit on the wings, I don't think Semenyo is going to look much better. Like you're throwing money at a problem that needs to be solved through coaching. Don't get me wrong. If we go and sign Semenyo, I'm getting the glasses back out again. Yeah, cool for the culture and that. For the culture, glasses are gathering dust, by the way. How long I put those on? You know what I'm saying? But generally speaking, coaches need to coach.
Yeah,
coaches. It's all fun and games. Who was the one who said originally? It's all fun and games until a ball gets kicked. Coaches.
Fucking hell, Monts. How are you feeling about that saying now? Is that retired? Will we ever hear you
not
say
retired
that
because all it was, I just didn't check my mirrors. I thought my coach coached in year 1 because he didn't buy no one, so he coached in year 1, and now he's not coaching in year 2. And just to answer your question, that's
but the thing, Monts, my thing is coming out of the summer transfer window. I was kind of saying the balance was a little off. Not many other people were saying the balance was off. Obviously, I think you need defensive players. You definitely need a defender. To me, that's almost, I'm not necessarily.
But do we need an abundance of defenders, or has the manager changed the tactics defensively so we are now way more exposed? So is is there an imbalance, Jay? You're absolutely right. But is the manager helping the imbalance, or is he enhancing the imbalance?
Okay, so I'm gonna look at this from the point of view that's a fair point. I'm looking at it from the point of view saying, is this more of a slot team now? This is the imbalance was always coming once the manager got his hands on the team. He inherited the framework he got. What we have now is a slot making decisions, which will make this team look more like. So maybe his system is flawed. That's my point. I think like it's not necessarily.
We're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. Now we're getting
That's
somewhere.
what I'm saying. Like maybe his system is flawed because you had any right back that you could pick and you went for Frimpong. So that means that when you are discussing with the scouting team what attributes you're looking for in a fullback, you've described Frimpong and they've said we're going to go buy Frimpong. Do you see what I mean? So that tells me there's a flaw in how your game state is and how you want your team to set up rather than the scouting department.
Obviously, this is what I'm saying. Like, I understand the imbalance where, for me, as I said, we all know an extra centre back would have done us the world of good. We were this close to happening, and then Glasgow happened. Cool, but as you said, the flaw in the system is that it's exposing us defensively, so it's making this imbalance conversation even louder. When really, I think there's an imbalance, but the midfield's the same. Midfield's the same. Like the midfield's like he's gone back to the old midfield. And we're still conceding.
But the thing is, it's like when you go back. It's like when you go back to your ex or something like that. It's not quite the same. Do you know what I mean?
Because there's still things. For example, Salah was in all-timer form, and Trent was there. So
exactly. So once we look at it, really, you can look at ball progression. So to me, one of the biggest issues Liverpool have is ball progression. So that's the thing that Liverpool looked at, and they underestimated how important Trent's ball progression was to the team. It also then means that somebody else needs to progress the ball. Trent could never be a net negative because of how good he was offensively. That's what people never understood. So when you're now watching Bradley, I can watch Bradley get spun and still not give us any assists. So he's still getting spun. You're still getting spun. Might as well have Trent's assists.
Defensively, they're not that much different. Bradley just has when you look like you're trying. There's that one worker in the office that always looks like they're doing a job because they're not speaking to the other workers. But really, they're still doing a shit job. It's just that they look like they're working. It's an aesthetic thing. Trent looks more lazy in his approach, and Bradley, he does the no neck running thing, and it looks like he's trying all the time. That's all it is. And I do want to quickly just answer that question.
Which question? Oh, no, it's all right. I already know, bro.
I want to answer. I want to answer.
Oh, okay. You like being kicked in the face. Okay.
This last month and 2 months or so, 3 months, or however long it's been since you've been shit, has shown me if we do get back on our perch at any point, I'm going to be 10 times worse. Because this has now showed me the agendas, the hate train, the comments, the nastiness, the jokes, the banter. I've seen it all now. I've seen what man.
Oh, you got it lightly, bro.
I've seen it. Oh, no. Trust me, it's been bad. And now it's just showing me.
Oh, no, on this channel, it hasn't.
And Dabs, you said this yourself. It's now taught me.
Yeah, it taught me last year. Yeah.
When you're on top, pause.
When
you're at the top of the
table. It did. But I feel like you haven't got it. Bro, I got it fucking a lot worse than you last season. A lot.
No,
worse.
but you were shit for the whole year. Not a whole year, but you was under par for a lot of the time. You kind of picked up towards the end of the season. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't think you never won as bad. You had bare draws. You had losses, but you had bare draws. Our team's lost.
It does show you how context isn't a thing, though, because there was zero talk about the injuries and whatever. This is a mad thing with you lot.
There was talk about injuries.
No, there was a lot of Daps. There was context about your injuries. You got a pass because of Rodri. You got a lot of passes.
Hold on. Maybe there was context when I wasn't here. When I was here, I was
look.
never given any shot. Any
Look,
content.
but this is
Never
this is
given.
cool daps. Look, so big up Trevelli. Trevelli was just in all my big up,
Yeah.
always supported for ages.
Trevelli,
Didn't
what's
some of
up?
that? So saying, didn't some of that come from me calling everyone peasants?
Yeah,
sending
You didn't
everyone
call us
stuff?
peasants.
You know, how about this? Well, again, there's
Bro,
more context
But
to that.
bro,
There's
I
more
put in
context to
so
that.
many steps because of this guy.
No, but that's. I was
was up
sending,
to the
I
shop all
was
the
sending,
time.
I was sending man into the naughty step, sending them shop, peasants, kingdom talk. That, do you know where that all came from? That all came from the laughter that I received because we didn't buy anyone in the window. And when Zubimendi didn't sign for Liverpool, do you know what I'm saying? When he didn't sign all them things there and all that, that's where that all came from. So I didn't just magically decide to call everyone peasants.
Right, so you said we
didn't buy anyone
deserved
in the
it.
window. We didn't buy we didn't buy anyone in the window, and we was the laughing stock of the transfer window.
But let me ask you this, Monts.
And my manager, by the way, my manager was getting called slut drop, pin strap, penguin, Voldemort.
I slapped
And
up.
by the way,
sensational.
we hadn't even kicked the ball yet, and that's where it came from. It's all fun and games
Okay.
until the ball gets kicked.
Monts,
That's where it
the
was.
only thing I want to say though is, are you ready to concede that the point I made earlier in the season about the change in pressing?
Hey, you weren't the
losing
only one to make that, you know.
Yes, was a
Oh, that one, yeah, you are. Yeah, fair.
So it's a factor, right? Losing
What's the
Diaz
factor again?
is. Do you not think that losing Diaz, Nunes, and Jota in one summer has been a factor for how your team defends in the front?
Yeah, of course.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Of course. Obviously,
Clint.
one of those situations we couldn't control. Obviously.
Obviously.
The Nunes one, we're not doing revision on that.
Why are we not doing revision? No, but this is my point. No, Monts, this is my point, yeah? You always want to skip past that one. And to me, like, he was a very good presser. The impact on the defense No, hold on. Let me just go, because I'm not saying that he was a prolific scorer. I'm saying
he didn't play. He didn't play. Diaz was the striker for the year. Nunes barely played.
No, but that's what I'm trying to explain to you, Monts. The profile of that player who was just a relentless presser, who relentlessly pushed, and whether it was Diaz, whether it was Nunes, whether it was Jota, the profiles were profiling in a similar essence as to how aggressive that press was. You do not have somebody who presses like that now, and the impact on the rest of the team you're seeing because you're not pressing from the front by the same energy. Fair or not?
Yes, but that doesn't lie on someone like Nunes. Diaz was the one. Nunes barely played and was
negative. But when Diaz came off, Nunes was a negative.
Nunes was a net negative for Liverpool.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
No.
He was a net negative for Liverpool. Yes, he was.
You think Nunes was a net negative? Impossible.
Yes, of course he was. Of course he was.
Impossible.
We're not gonna do revisionism here just because he runs a lot.
What do you mean revisionism, bro? Listen, if you take away goal scoring from Nunes, he does absolutely everything else you would want to see in a striker.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Jay, this is nasty work, Jay.
It's not nasty work, bro. This is what I'm trying to say.
Last season, Nunes stopped running. The one thing the reason everyone fully washed our hands of Nunes because his work rate actually dipped, and we were like, brother, that's the only thing you're fucking playing, bro. We were like, no. We were like, that's the only thing he's actually known for is running his socks off. And that last season, you can tell he was checked out. At times,
I'm saying to you straight up now.
He weren't even trying to do the relentless pressing.
Like, listen, I hear what you're saying, but what I'm trying to push back on here is to say, listen, you're trying to. Like,
I know why you're laughing.
In a perfect world, yeah, you take away all of that pressing, harassment, running, yeah, like as in like you take away all of that, and now you put in people who can score goals but do not press the same way as those players you lost.
I didn't dispute
and the material impact. You're saying it's a net negative, yeah? I'm saying to you, the players that you're bringing in, they're not scoring more than Nunes. Like, Ekitike hasn't scored more than Nunes did in his first season.
Yeah, I mean, Ekitike so far, he definitely is. Yeah.
I'm not, no, hold on, listen. And first of all, by the way, Jabbo, like, first of all, use your brain, right? I talk about Bruno's GA because he's an output merchant. I'm not saying Nunes is an output merchant. I'm saying the impact of what they lost.
If he was a goal scorer, he would be an output merchant. If he was a goal scorer, he would be. Because he's one game shit. He would be an output merchant.
Yeah. Did he have an impact on the rest of the team? Yes. So if I judge Firmino just by his ability to score goals, would I think he's not that good? Absolutely. Do you understand why using your brain in these kind of conversations is important? Back to you, Monts.
Jay, as I said, if Nunes was a goal machine, if Nunes was a goal machine, he'd be called a goal merchant because his all-round game is crap. Now, am I saying he's crap in every facet of the game? No. Yeah, Nunes has certain qualities, but Nunes was not a starter for Liverpool, and what he was known for was not shown in the last season, and he wasn't running the way he used to in terms of giving it all. I'm not saying he didn't give his all, but his pressing game, it wasn't as good as what it always was. Diaz, I think, Diaz. Our front line was Mo Salah, Diaz, and Gakpo. Would you say Gakpo is a good presser?
I think he's okay. I think he's decent. Good.
Okay, he's still there in the front line. Is Salah a good presser?
He can be. I don't think he's like. And is
Diaz the press machine?
Diaz is the press machine.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, Diaz is the press machine.
Right. So, two of those are still in the front line.
Yeah, but Diaz was the best presser.
Right. So my point.
Nunes is the second best presser, and then Jota is the third best presser.
What's Semenyo like pressing, Jay?
Actually really good.
He's good. He's really good. Solid. Good player. Good
presser. I'd say solid. Yeah, I'd say
you're
solid.
A fan of Semenyo, right?
Jay, my point is that the press probably comes from a more tactical stance rather than an individual standpoint. Have we lost players who have slowed the intensity down, even if we were told to press? I agree with you on that 100%. I'm not having the Nunes revisionism because of how his last season panned out with his efforts in pressing from the front. Do you know what I'm saying? But in terms of Diaz, I think you're absolutely spot on. I actually was fine with Diaz staying because I felt like Diaz and Gakpo were the perfect blend of if one plays bad, the other one comes in, or Diaz is quite multifunctional. I think Diaz's multifunctional quality is what we miss the most, as well as his work off the ball, his ability to be multifunctional. I used to call Cody Gakpo Cody Ghostpo because sometimes you'd forget he's playing, and that's not because he's a bad player. It's because he's a final third player, and Diaz is the one who will drop deep, get the ball, and carry the ball forward.
My thing is, and somebody said, like, I think Jay's contrarian. No, what it is that I am the voice of the voiceless, and I'm here for underappreciated ballers. Same thing when I was talking to Kaz about McTominay back in the day, and he was trying to tell me his shit, and I'm like, no, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. Kaz. That's my point. When I'm making these points now,
Man United, he was shit. That's the difference.
He like, okay, look at it like this, Kaz. He was never as shit as you made out because you bought players since him who've been worse.
No. I don't think so. I'll tell you for free.
Ugate's not a worse number 8 than McTominay.
Bro, Ugarte is an abomination. But what's it called?
There you go.
But it does not matter what you say, yeah. For Manchester United, it doesn't justify because he's doing well at Napoli in a slower league and doing his thing and playing the way he needs to play or whatever, yeah. For Manchester United, McTominay was nothing short of arse and cheek who gave us a few moments.
It's not true. It's the same way you drink Bruno.
How can you tell? I'm not having a Tottenham fan tell me.
Bro, I watch United because I watch United without bias. You watch it. You have an aesthetic bias. I know the players you like. You have an aesthetic bias.
The revisionism is crazy. The revisionism is crazy. Yeah.
What's revisionism?
You can't tell me that McTominay from Manchester United was nothing short of arse and cheeks. He gave us a few moments. He gave us a few moments. Man City, a moment, yeah. What's it called? Brentford, moments. Bro, the guy came on for moments.
Okay, bro.
The one that was doing the most work. Don't tell me. The fact that you don't mention one sec, because I'm talking now, bro. You've had your time. The fact that you did not mention Fred over McTominay tells me everything I need to know about your full knowledge, as people would want to quote.
Are we talking about Fred or are we talking about McTominay?
Fred was carrying McTominay for majority.
We're talking about Fred or we're talking about McTominay? No, I'll talk about Fred if you want.
They come as a duo. It's McFred. It's McFruno.
No, it's not. No, because we talk about the Serie A. Player of
was
the
the only
Year,
one that was
Ballon
carrying.
d'Or nominated Scott McTominay on his
You lot
fucking
were
own.
hoping-
Hey, McFred, you know, good times. Hey,
Right,
McFred,
right,
fam.
Exactly, bro. I'm not trying to hear this crap.
You see what I mean?
Hey,
Second
that-
player of the year,
Isolation.
Ballon d'Or nominated, overhead
Those were the
sending his
times.
country to
In
the World Cup. We'll talk
yeah,
about
but
McTominay on his
now-
fucking
Hey,
own, guys.
That's
Right.
now. But
Ready
that's
for this
now.
conversation.
But that's now, though. You're talking about
Oh,
now. I'm
take
talking
me
about
back, man.
Manchester United. Yeah.
Fred Bruno was one. I can't remember that one. but
McFruno. That's
Yeah, it
Bruno.
was McFruno. It was definitely McFred. McFred, yeah. Take me back, innit?
McFruno is McTominay, Fred, and Bruno.
Bro, I'm
McFruno.
not
Yeah,
happy. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
they
No
were great times.
McTominay slander on this channel ever again. Ever
I-
again. Bro, guy brings Napoli a league title. Guy scores an overhead kick to score. Said his nation has not been World Cup since 1998. Has the
Personally,
audacity to say he's nothing without Fred. Are you dumb? Did you not finish second with this guy? Are you dumb? Did you not finish third with this guy? Did you not win trophies with this guy?
Wait,
Is this guy not balling right now? You have the audacity to bring up Fred.
Hold on.
Respect yourself. Bro.
Why-
Respect
why-
McTominay. You got it wrong. You got it
What's wrong
wrong.
with-
Respect McTominay. Baller.
Bro, all I see is bare gums and teeth, bro. But what?
Baller,
Why? I don't understand.
Absolute
I-
baller.
Wait,
I was with you till you use the term baller, and then
I-
I'm like, whoa.
He's a baller, bro. He's
I
a
don't-
fucking
I don't
baller,
get-
bro.
I don't get your.
He's a baller.
I'll be
Are you
real.
gonna- are you gonna
McTominay's
stop?
prime. You see McTominay's prime? Hey, listen, that's what
Bro,
he is,
man,
man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't understand. Yeah,
He-
one, your tone was
Hey.
going way beyond that. That
Not
got me
so, bro. He's a baller.
McTominay.
Because you're
All
not
right.
respecting
Man.
the guy, bro.
Scotty,
You gotta
you hot
respect
eating.
him,
You
bro.
are
For the last
policing.
15 months,
You are
respect.
policing my opinion
Nothing
about
else
a
to say
player that
about
doesn't.
him. Maybe I was wrong.
Bro, your mouth is an engine, bro. Do you like to let
Bit
anyone?
like McTominay.
Bro,
Not a
bro,
baller, he's an
respect
engine.
McTominay, bro.
What?
You feel like he's arse and
Wait.
cheeks. It's fuck.
Bro, I don't need to respect a player because you want to police how I want to view a player or
Bro, that's
whatever.
fine, bro.
Just 'cause you like it.
Nah, he's not policing you, bro. He's
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
he is-
policing you. I'm saying in my presence,
Whatever
you ain't gonna talk about McTominay.
you don't like certain players. I'm not gonna come over to you and say, "How dare you not rate that player?" What the hell
What
are
do
we
you mean,
doing?
bro?
can if you want.
He's
You can if you want.
Serie A
That's
player
all
of the
what are
year,
we doing?
Ballon d'Or
Hey,
nominated, Scott
I've
McTominay.
I've seen.
Say his
Alright,
full
cool.
name
He is
together,
a
please, Kaz. Say his full name.
bro. Can you let me land? Like respectfully, can you let me land, or do you want to
Okay,
do
go on,
engine
bro.
now? Okay,
Go on.
cool. So what we gonna? I don't care of what he's doing right now. Cool, he's doing his thing now. I'm talking in isolation about what he done at Manchester United. For me, which was nothing short of what I say, unquote, arse and cheeks. Yeah. For me, I don't care what a Spurs fan has to tell me of what I rated at Manchester United. Big up McTominay. He got now in the present got Scotland qualified. Yeah. Napoli a title, which was not just him, it was many others as well. I've seen Osimhen carry Napoli with Cavaschaglia to a title. And guess what? Look what Osimhen is now. Look what Osimhen now.
In the world. Hold
No,
on,
not any-
that's
no.
why Osimhen is one of the best strikers in the world.
At the moment, no. Not
Okay,
really.
so
I think he's mid.
hold on. But hold on.
Well,
You just said
I've seen
hold on.
clubs
You just said I've
carry
seen
them and
Osimhen,
drop off.
I've seen Osimhen, who's classified as one of the best strikers in the world, do X and Y, but you talk about McTominay. McTominay was never arse and cheeks, yeah? He just didn't fit your perspective of what a ball was. He's always been the same guy. He's always been the guy that just needed the opportunity to be the guy. And you're seeing
Okay.
it now. This is more a reflection on your ability to judge players than it is anything else. The guy's a baller.
Not
Yes,
necessarily.
He's shown
Not
you he's a
necessarily.
baller.
Bro, stop using the
give it a
term
rest.
now.
Should have played the 10 at
Bro,
United
bro.
and rotated.
He's not a
Why
baller
are you
though.
selling-
The term
why are you
baller.
selling
He's
an
not
academy
a baller.
prospect anyway?
Give
Why-
it a rest. Give
Why
it
are
a
you selling
rest, man.
McTominay anyway? For what reason?
What
He's
do
an
you mean,
academy
give-
prospect who
So
got you
what?
clutch goals.
He's not a prospect. We sold him at 26 years of age. Good 27. Give it a rest. Respectfully, give it a rest, bro.
Give it a rest. Bro, you give it a rest. You were wrong about McTominay. He clearly had a lot more talent than he was allowed to show at Man
He's
United.
gone,
The end.
he's gone
The fact
to
that you
another
say
league.
McFred and you have to classify him with Fred shows that you're
Yeah,
wrong, bro.
Because
It's okay,
this-
it's okay.
see, this
It was always McFred. McFred was a thing.
Yes,
Is Simmons more of a baller than McTominay?
Bro, no.
Wow.
No, he's not.
Fair.
What do you mean, bro? Like you're saying wow, like I'm not consistent about my opinion.
I
You're trying to bring Xavi Simmons in
Oh.
on some bullshit tip. Like I've said he's amazing. I've never said he's amazing. I said
Alright, cool,
one
cool.
week I thought he'd
Let
been
me-
better.
Great comment. Whoever mentioned
That's
Xavi
about
Simmons,
it.
great comment. It works.
let me land this year because obviously I want to move on to the NLD and all that kind of stuff because before we go on a tangent about McTominay out of all people, he's doing his thing right now and big up him, man. He's grown into his role that Conte's putting through in Scotland, right? Cool, fine. But let's get one thing straight, yeah. Why am I gonna see? This is where it's difficult, yeah. And people are gonna say nostalgia and all this. I've gone from Carrick's goals. I've seen Pogba's ability-wise and everything. I've seen all these amazing players that have got something to show on the pitch where you probably leave the stadium and think, wow, yeah, like actually, wow, like on a consistent basis, thinking, how do you do that? And then all of a sudden, and don't get me wrong, there are some good players where it's like you're not as amazing as them, but you're like you're pretty good. You know what I mean? And the last thing I need to be scolded on is about Manchester United, which on a regular by rivals about standards and all this kind of stuff when you're going to get back to winning titles. But I have to rate McTominay out of all players at that time at Manchester United when things were pretty crap, to be fair. One of the worst. We've had one of the worst midfields in the league since Jose Mourinho's free trio of Herrera, Pogba, and Matic. After that, it's just gone downhill. So every time getting dominated by teams lower in the league, and I have to resort to counter-attack, and the guy that evades his positioning all over the gaff, I have to rate McTominay because now, in the present, he's doing his thing at Napoli, which is fine. But at Manchester United, a prospect at 26 years of age, what are we doing here? That got sold. I don't care. Like right now, could Man United probably do with McTominay? Probably, but in an attacking sense, he's an attacker. Do you know what I mean? I need more of a defensive type of minded box-to-box kind of player. So before you get into that market stuff, he done his thing. He was an average player at Man United, yeah, and that's that.
Okay, that's I'll let you go with that. I will just say, Kaz, I did make the point earlier as I was talking that your aesthetic as to what you think a baller or a player should look like clouds your ability to judge certain players.
Not necessarily. Everyone views football differently.
Of course, absolutely.
And the way you view football, actually, a lot of people don't exactly.
No, it's absolutely fine. You know what I mean? But output is the hardest thing to buy in football. So if you have somebody that can give you output consistently, you platform them in a way that mitigates the limitations of their skill set. If you're trying to tell me that McTominay is hiding in midfield, you can't build up play, then why the fuck's he playing in the 8? Why is he playing in the 6? He's misprofiled. He's misprofiled, and as a result, anyone who could see his skill set could see he's a good player, and you just need to put him in the right role. He was misprofiled. That's all it was. He was never crap. He was just misprofiled.
You said about being consistent. Do you think he was consistent at Man United?
I didn't say he was consistent. I didn't say anything about
consistency. You just mentioned consistent. You literally just mentioned consistent. No, you did. You did. Okay. Go back and watch it and you'll say, my bad, Daps. You did just mention consistent.
No.
You did.
Wait, what's that?
I must have been hearing things.
RJ, based on his logic, why crap on Johnson?
I've never crapped on Brennan Johnson.
Yeah, I've never really heard you crap on Brennan Johnson either. But there's a difference. See, I rate more of a Doku type figure who doesn't get all the credit. You rate more of a Brennan Johnson. Who are you gonna have?
I would never turn around. I would never turn around. It's like, listen, he was never. This is my point.
Yeah, you're delayed. You are delayed. I knew it. You are delayed. You need headphones.
Why?
Because it's like it takes 2, 3, 4 seconds for you. That's why we overlap when we talk.
All right,
it was
listen,
just like the previous show on Tuesday.
Yes, Governor, but I don't want a team of Semenyos and McTominays. I could take those two and then you'd couple them with playmaker type players. So you have a mix. Do you see what I'm saying? I want output guys and I want facilitators. I don't want all facilitators and I don't want all output guys. I want a mix of players. Do you understand that? So therefore, give me 3 facilitators, 3 output guys, mash them together, and that's the perfect output. I don't know why that's complicated. It's so logical to me.
I never. 3 years ago, when McTominay was here, Joe, I don't ever remember anyone on panels rating McTominay. But all of a sudden, we're rating McTominay now. But here we are in it.
Listen, I used to rate McTominay because he always turned up against Leeds United, but that's about it.
I mean, we played like twice.
Well, yeah, and he turned up in both games.
Did he?
Goals,
I was there at Old Trafford. It was Vehicles that showed up against you lot at Leeds, and it was Bradford that showed up against you.
It was McTominay both times.
Vegas was in the 10 against you.
Pictures of his bloody chin saying, "Look at the."
No. Vegas is in a 10 against you. We all got gassed at 10 on ball.
Listen, I'm with your guy, man, to be honest, and I'm with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well. You know, he's speaking, saying, listen, if yous didn't have this thing that everyone who comes through the academy nowadays is not held up to the same standards of the, you know, the Skulls, the Nevilles, and that they're all washed. I actually think if you give these guys opportunities, including people like Danny Welbeck, listen, you won't be where you were for the past few years. Instead of buying duds for like,
that's the issue,
millions and millions of pounds and giving them, you know, long contracts on mad money. They're the sort of people that, listen, if we're being honest, yeah, and every successful football club, there is a cohort of players that come through the academy.
Yeah, academy players.
There has to be. And you haven't had that for a long time. And you're
agree.
You know what it is? You're doing it with your man
Kobe.
I know you all rate him, but you're doing it with Kobe now, and he'll go.
Why do I not rate him?
No, I said you rate him. I said
I'm a big advocate for you. I like Shea Laces.
You all rate him. That's one thing I will say. You do rate Kobe as a fan base, but there's been many players that you've gone,
Alvaro should never have left. That's another one. I went to Real Madrid and look what he's doing now. So and then look how we need a left wing back. I'm a big advocate for you. I agree, but it doesn't mean I can't call. Like sometimes they're good, but it doesn't. I don't need to hold on to them just because they're my academy graduates. Sometimes you're just mid and you're not up to the standard of a top club because
on a level though, Cassia, I get the standard in league. I get it's Italy. I get it's slower, but it can't have been that much of a dud for him to go and do what he's doing now. You can't surely.
It shows the level of the Serie A, in my opinion. I just look at it with Premier League.
When you look at players like Lukaku and that,
I look at it like this year. Obviously, I want to win the Prem again. I want to get back to up to scratch there, and I look at my first 11 and see what needs work. And that bit is like, am I going to see McTominay start for Liverpool? No. Am I going to see him start for Man City? No. Does he start for Chelsea? No. Does he start for Tottenham? Probably, but. Everyone else, wait, hold on, because I need to move this on. That's the way I view it, and that's why it's like everyone wants to talk about Jay's kind of people of thought like that rates football the way he does. Yeah, for me, I look at it it's like they purposely do this against United to make sure we're held back in a sense that we always kept in the lane that I have to have someone like McTominay. Because what about your academy people? Why are they not good enough? Why does no one ever talk about other teams' academy prospects? Why is it always United? It's always United about our youth and what we do with our academy prospects. Nothing about anybody else's youth. Yeah,
if Spurs sold Harry Winks and then Harry Winks went to Italy and turned into Pirlo, I'd have to
Billy Gilmore went to Napoli and also won a title. What does no one talk about Billy Gilmore?
He should have been given more.
No, but it's true though. But when I know talk about Billy Gilmore, he went there and also got a title. But no, it's about Man United and what we. And Greaser is not his thing. He went over there from Fulham and won a title. Why do no one talk about that? Come on, that just tells you everything you need to know.
I just went and checked with VAR. You said that McTominay has consistent output.
He does have consistent output.
Do you think consistent? Really?
He does have consistent output.
What, United? United
has always been a box crasher, goal scorer.
No. You just said output. I need to output.
I'm not saying he's a consistent player in certain consistent output. I'll always say McTominay's always had consistent output.
You think? I don't know if it was consistent. I think he'd step up every now and again with.
He's consistent, bro. Like as in, like, bro. He's like honestly. For me, I think McTominay has consistent output for minutes. If you look, it's like minutes per game, position, etc. I think he has consistent output. Yeah.
Anyways, consistent. Let's see. Is Xavi Simons going to be consistent for this North London derby?
Good question. I don't know. Maybe.
How are you feeling about it?
I feel okay. I feel like we can do something. I mean, my logic is quite simple.
What, lose?
Spurs have the best away record in the Premier League. It's got to count for something, right? It's got to count for something. Maybe it's not going to count for something in the derby, but it's got to count for something. We've been pretty good in our big games, like away, like the PSG game, the City game this season. We had a good plan. Thomas Franks had 2 weeks to come up with something. He's had 2 weeks to come up with an idea, a plan, a strategy of how he's going to take on Arsenal. I'm not confident, but I'm also not going there thinking we're definitely getting beat. I'm kind of just like, let's see what happens. I'm open to results.
Boy, I don't know how you view it, Monts or Joe, but I just don't see how Tottenham get a result in this game.
You don't, you're not even a draw.
It's the away record, man. They've lost
Yeah, the record is shit.
They've lost what? Once, is it? Have you lost once away from home, Spurs?
We've only lost to Newcastle in the cup. We've not lost in the league this season.
There you go. Yeah. So I think,
but then Arsenal's got the best home record. They haven't lost or draw. They've only drawn one game there. It's just like, and don't get me wrong,
somebody's always got to go.
But in a derby, like, don't get, they can say whatever you want to say, but I said it before, innit? Arsenal could have Saliba injured for this game as well, and they still beat him. There's just an extra something gear or whatever, in my opinion, that Arsenal have to offer when it comes to playing Tottenham at the Emirates all the time. So vice versa, by the way. Even if Tottenham had loads of it, which you do, and I'd expect Tottenham to get a result against Arsenal. It's just the way it goes.
For me, I think Arsenal look a bit light offensively. Like, depending on who they start, I don't think they've got a huge number of options on the bench. So it could be one of those games that if Spurs can get to 50, 60 minutes, 70 minutes in this game, off an international break as well. Arsenal's players have been worked quite hard as well this international break. I think there's something there potentially for us. I don't know what they're going to be able to switch it up if players aren't fit for them. So, yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, Arsenal are a better team than us, but it's a derby and it doesn't really matter. If I look over the last few games, even last season, we went to Arsenal with Dragusin and Gray centre backs, and we only lost 2-1. At home, they only beat us 1-0. They were tight games. Like, Arsenal didn't slam us or anything like that. They were pretty tight games. So I definitely think there's something there for us in this game. I think people who think it's going to be an easy game for Arsenal are being very naive. Even last season, the two games were somewhat tight. I think Arsenal didn't do anything against us away. They just scored the set piece, but they had a few players missing. In the second game, Arsenal were probably the better team. Pretty much they were the better team, but again, they didn't create huge amounts in that game either. So, yeah, I think we can get something.
What do you think, Joe?
I'll go on. No, Joe, you go first.
Yeah, I don't know, because like you say, Tottenham have been great on the road, more so than they have done at home. But like I say, they never win at the Emirates, do they? I'm not subscribing to this injury thing from an Arsenal perspective anyway, because for me, they've been building all this time for this squad. And I was talking about yesterday, you could take out Gabriel Saliba, all these folks, and you'd still have, say, Ben White, Mosquera, Hincapié. You've still got a great back four there that would walk into most. So I don't subscribe to this, Arsenal are going through injuries thing. That's why they've been building for so long as they have, to have, for me, the best squad in Europe. I don't think that's up for debate. That maybe not the best 11, but they have the best squad. So they should be beating Spurs. But listen, if we look at it from a stats perspective, if anyone's going to get something, it will be Spurs due to their away record and the way that Thomas Frank's probably going to set them up. But history will tell us that Arsenal should probably win this game. I'm excited for it, man, because form goes out of the window. It's North London derby. It's a big game. Arsenal win this, and it's like, yeah, come on, the Sunderland result. Even if you could you call it a blip? I'm not too sure, because I think the stadium, like for any team, is going to be a rock hard place to go this season, regardless. So I don't know if they win this, then if not, then conversations, isn't it?
I think for me, like, just looking at that, the Stadium of Light it's one of those where Sunderland have been impressive this season. I do genuinely believe if you were to start the season and you say, is Sunderland away one of the top 13, 14 difficult away games that you'll play, you probably say no. You probably reference other teams ahead of them. So to me, in real time, it's become a more difficult game. But Arsenal would have thought that Arsenal would think they would win that game. Do you know what I mean? So now they've dropped points in that game. I think Arsenal really do need to beat us to just keep the momentum that they started the season with. Obviously, I think Newcastle will play City beforehand, so they'll know whether or not they've got the opportunity to stretch the lead, or whether they're trying to make the lead, big again. So, yeah, I guess from my point of view, it's a big game for both teams. Like Spurs, we haven't got a result against Arsenal in the last 4 games, so that should be at the back of the players' minds. We need a result. Like, we need to get some. Oh no, actually, we drew. We drew with them 2-2 in Andrew's first game, which was a great performance, actually, to be fair. I don't know how we're going to approach it. I don't know how we're going to play. I just know we need to get a result. We need a result. We drew with United, we threw away a win last minute. I think I'm not going to say we need a win, but we need a result.
Yeah, you do need a win.
You know, I was going to say I think it depends on which backline Arsenal go with. I think they've got loads of options anyway, which is good for them. But in terms of leading that backline, how are they gonna kind of navigate the game? Because I think if Arsenal do that thing where they're really hard to break down, are Spurs even gonna score a goal? For one, that's the first thing. And without Gabriel, Spurs probably might look to target that left-hand side of their centre-back partnership, maybe. And then obviously you've got guys like Kudus, who again he's probably going to be on that right-hand side. I feel like Gabriel Kudus would have been a really good battle if he was to get even. I know you're going to look at Calafiori and that, but I think Kudus would have been a good battle with Gabriel. It's that for me, how is Thomas Frank going to attack the game? Because Spurs have scored goals, but aesthetically you can see the attack. There's a lot of improvements that need to be made with Spurs attack despite the numbers. And obviously, Jay, I think you'd agree on that just by watching every Spurs game. That you'd agree on that, innit? So I'm not saying Spurs are going to go and win. I think it's a big ask for Spurs to go and win the game. But I think this game's going to be a lot closer than people are making it out to be. I don't necessarily see a thumping of any sorts. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be interesting who he actually goes with. You're going to go for Johnson and goals, or you're going to go for more Odegaard, who looks like when he's on the ball, he can, he looks like he can be exciting at times, but, with the end product. It's going to be...
The thing is Timbers, like, I might go with Johnson just purely as a runner, because I think I'm not confident of Odegaard's ability to get anything out of Timber. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, as in, like, Johnson as a runner, maybe run off him, back post, that sort of stuff, maybe. Odegaard trying to beat Timber on a regular basis, one-on-one. I'm not really feeling that. Do you know what I mean? It's not really resonating with me. It's not really, So... I mean,
I do think there's a lot on the game though. I think if you don't do the impossible, I think you blow this Premier League wide open. I'll be honest.
Yeah, you do.
Like, don't get me wrong. I feel like it's so typical of Arsenal to win this game 1-0. But if you were to do the mad thing, genuinely, Jay, I don't know. I don't think you know what you would have done for the Premier League.
Yeah.
I don't like. Do you know what you might have just done if you get? I don't know. It's crazy. If I see Romero, if the football sees this from Romero and the ball goes top bins, and the ball goes top bins in the 80th minute, hey, listen, I don't know if it will happen though, man. I think Arsenal are too strong, but we'll see in it.
What's some predictions then?
My mind's telling me 1-0 Arsenal, but my heart is actually telling me 1-1.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Arsenal.
I think Spurs score, but I do think Arsenal win 2-1.
BTTS and win, yeah. I'll be real.
But then again, defensively, but maybe without Gabriel.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Arsenal as well, but don't be surprised to see a 1-1, man.
Do you remember, Monts? Do you remember when we played Liverpool away a few years ago and we drew with you 1-1, stopped you winning the league, kind of second to last game?
Richarlison, was there Richarlison?
Yeah, I went to that game. I actually went.
So that game, I feel like this game is gonna be a bit like that game.
We were shit that game, though.
You were terrible that game. We should have beat you, really.
And this man, I think there was one block that I think Eric Dyer made.
Yeah.
There was one block.
Yeah. Diaz scored in that game, right?
Deflected and went in.
Yeah, slight deflection. Yeah.
Yeah,
that kind of game, where Arsenal are a better side, lots of huff and puff. Spurs hit them with a little combo.
Yeah, no. As I said, I still think because of Arteta's tactics defensively, though, I don't think Gabriel missing is going to be as mad a thing as everyone says. It's just going to be interesting. I just think it's going to be interesting to see how they tweak their set pieces and stuff. I think it's going to be an interesting watch.
Definitely.
Yeah. People, make sure you smash the likes. You ain't done. I know you lot of you ain't done it yet, but make sure you can subscribe to everyone. We got Just Joe. If you type it on YouTube, it will pop up. Even if you do !Joe, his channel should pop up in the chat. Same with Monts as well. We're not gonna be back later. It is a Thursday. We're back tomorrow where I'm pretty sure it's going to be more hectic. Jules,
Hey, man, the Premier League's back, you know. The Premier League's back,
Can't
you know.
wait.
Hey,
All the way
listen,
through.
we've
All
been
the way
starving. Joey, we've been starving, brother.
I know, man.
Been
All the way
starving.
through now to March, man. Back to back Christmas period, January window. It's going to be lit, man. It's going to be lit.
Oh, my days.
anyways, in a bit, man.
I really